Right, welcome back again. Maybe I'm with you people. Obviously, minimum we are. So this is unit one, still on session 4. So the session 4, we'll be looking at the consumer behavior outcomes. The outcomes of consumer behavior. We have different consumers and their various respective outcomes. So here, I expect that by the end of this session, students will be able to explain the concept of consumer behavior outcome. What do you mean by consumer behavior outcome? That is what you are trying to talk about. Then identify the basic forms of firm's outcome of consumer behavior. Discuss the significance of the marketers achieving the consumer's need satisfaction. And there again, describe the basic forms of society outcomes of what? Consumers. All right, so let's move on. Firm's outcome. So firm's outcome are seen in terms of product position, sales, and customer satisfaction. So when we say firm's outcome, what do we get at the end of whatever the firm wants to do? The outcome of every firm is what? The product position. So we have product position. So when we say product position, we are saying that the most basic outcome of an organization, of a marketing strategy, is its product position. And product position basically talks about how the organization has been able to conceptualize or put the products that they sell in the minds of the consumer, so that in case they are thinking about any product to buy that is in relation to whatever they are producing, the consumers will think about their product first. So for example, now when we say I want a toothpaste, which one do we talk about? The first thing that comes into mind is what? Pepsodent. It is because they have been able to position their product in the minds of the consumers very well. So anytime we are talking about what do you call it, Pepsodent, or paste or toothpaste or something, the first thing that comes into mind is what? Pepsodent. So one of the outcomes of every firm is being able to position your product very well, and this is an image of the product and the brand in the customer's mind relative to competing products and what brands. And another one has to do with the sales. And we are saying that sales are a critical outcome. So as they produce, the revenue necessary for the organization to continue in business is the money. So after putting your minds in them, now the next thing is sales, generating income. So almost all firms evaluate the success of their marketing programs in terms of sales. So for example, in every organization, the capability of the marketing department normally is placed on the emphasis of what? The sales. So let me even highlight it very clear for you to see. So that is what? The sales. So how you are able to generate your sales. So if the marketing department is not getting is not being able to generate sales, you are saying that the department is not doing well, because that is what we think they stand for. Whatever the organization has suffered to produce, you need to be able to let them go out there. So that is basically what the sale is actually talking about. Then customer satisfaction is also another outcome. So every firm will want to satisfy their what do you call it, their customers. So consumers satisfaction is a major concern of marketers. Marketers have discovered that it is generally more profitable to maintain existing customers than to replace them with new customers. And of course, it is very true. And even before you would want to even get a new customers, look at the kind of advertisement you would have to do. It's all involves in what? Cost. You get it? So every business, every firm would want to satisfy its customer. We want to satisfy its customers. It's of great concern to every firm, and it's very profitable. I don't think any organization will satisfy its customers and the customers will say, I'm not going to buy it, unless there's another what do you call it, other reason. Then again, we have talked about firm's outcome. Now we want to look at individual outcome. So the most obvious outcome of the consumption process for an individual is some level of satisfaction, the satisfaction of the need that initiates the consumption process. And this can range from from none to complete. So the two key process involved is what the actual need fulfillment and the perceived need fulfillment. So individual outcome is determined by the actual need fulfillment and the perceived. So the actual basically is talking about you have consumed a particular product as an individual. What was the fulfillment, the satisfaction level? You get it? So that the whatever outcome you had from consuming that thing is what you call the actual need fulfillment. And the perceived one is before you consume the thing, you had that perception that this is what I want to get from this. So that is the perceived before the actual will come to play. Then we have the society outcomes. And under the society outcomes, you can say that um, it can be considered in terms of the economic, so the outcome of the society. So to be able to determine what do you call the outcome of the society, it can be seen in different angles in terms of the economic, the physical environment, and what the social welfare. Now, if you look at the economic outcome, as Hawkins et al. 2007 observed, that the cumulative impact of consumers' purchase decision is a major determinant of the state of a given country's economy. The cumulative impact of consumers' purchase decision is a major determinant of the state of a given country's economy. In other words, consumer decision on whether to buy or save affect the economy. So if a consumer decide not to buy, indirectly it is affecting the economy. It is because it is when they buy that the country will also get some, because everything that the consumer buy, there is some amount of tax that the consumer will pay, and that tax goes to the government, and that money is what the government use to undertake certain developmental projects. So the outcome of the society, or the society outcome, has implication on the economy. So if they decide not to buy, it affects the economy. And then the physical environment as a society outcome. So outcomes generally, consumers make decisions that have a major impact on the physical environment of both their own and what other societies. So that is basically what the physical environment is talking about. And then the social, what do you call it? Welfare. Obviously, consumer decisions affect the general social welfare of a society. So decisions concerning how much is spent for personal purchase rather than public goods are generally made directly by consumers' elected representatives. So that is the welfare here. So we have summarized everything. We have talked about the consumer behavior, consumer's outcome, the individual outcome, the society outcome, the firm's outcome, and what actually goes into the various outcomes. Thank you very much.